Right, welcome back to another game of AIG Soccer. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of this game. And in this game, we're going to play another 2024 Premier League contest, a match between Brighton and Fulham. Both teams evenly matched with a sort of a power rating or a midfield rating. It's the midfield battle rating of 6. So each team it'll be a 1 to 6 for this team, 7 to 12 for this team, so even up odds of having possession of the ball. So it really will be just the roll of the dice. We're going to go ahead and play with 2 extra possessions in the second half just to simulate extra time. Last game we played went to penalty kicks. In fact, sudden death penalty kicks between Liverpool and Chelsea. Let's see how things go here. We have for Fulham, it's a 0 attack, 0 defense, and a +1 on the goalkeeping. So a little bit of difficulty. They had 1 less goal than they scored on the season. For Brighton, a little bit better, +1 on the attack, 0 on the goalkeeping, and 0 on the defense. So in the penalty box, neither team is going to have a minus roll. In the goalkeeping, so for every shot, Fulham is going to add 1, which should lead to more goal chances. And then Brighton will have a +1 in the attacking third, while Fulham won't have any sort of extra help unless there's something on the chart itself. So this is AIG Soccer, and what we do is we roll a d12, 2 d6s, and inside of that d12, that'll tell us who takes possession from the midfield. Our 2 d6s we add together, and we're looking off of this chart here. So you can see there's midfield, the attacking third, and the penalty box, and you sort of move this way. And if you get a shot, we have indirect and direct free kicks. We have a corner kick here. And then if you take a shot, we have multiple different types of shots. So we have a low chance shot, a clear shot, and then a penalty kick. So we have a few different types of shots set up here, the charts, and we will roll off of the appropriate one. So the game plays relatively quickly, and we'll see if we can get this one in. All right, so let's roll first for possession, the first and second halves. White is the away team, dark is the home team. So Fulham is going to choose to receive in the first half. So we'll say Brighton takes the ball in the second half. So right out of the gate, we're just going to do the midfield control since Fulham has control. We'll just give them the control right off the bat. You could also roll this d12 if you want to do that. But there's no sense in rolling for possessions at the beginning of each half unless you give the team possession. That's what I think. So a 6 is going to be a dispossessed ball. When I roll both, I'm looking at the dark one. That's easier to read. 3 is going to be a bad pass, and that's going to be a possession gone. So when a play is dead, when the play goes back to midfield, that's when we're going to roll this. It goes back to Fulham. A 6, dispossessed again, except this time it's a tackle with a fast counter attack, and the defense starts in the penalty box. So Brighton, with an early opportunity here from the penalty box, they have nobody has a defense, so straight up roll 6 from the penalty box. Shot is off target, and that's going to be the keeper holding. Shot off target, out of bounds, position switches. Okay. So that's a possession gone. So they get a good shot at it. This will be Brighton again. A 9 is going to be a clean build-up into the attacking third. Now they do have a +1 on their attack, so we add that here. Can't do more than 12. So 12 on the attacking third, a dribble move, penalty on the defense, a penalty kick with a +1. So they're actually going to get a +2. So they get the penalty kick with 1 and the goalkeeping as a +1. So they'll have a +2 on this penalty kick. 5 to 12 is going to be a goal. A 5 plus 2 is a 7, and that is going to be a quick goal for Brighton as they take a 1-0 lead here in the first half. Just 3 possessions in. Back to Brighton. 7 is going to be a safe pass. They move into the attacking third with a -1, so this means this will be a straight up roll. So a 6, cross deflected out of bounds. We have a corner kick. We roll off our corner kick chart. A 10 on the corner kick, cleared to throw into defense, start at midfield. So we come back to midfield. So the ball was cleared to a throw in. Brighton again. A 4 is going to be offside, and we'll start. That's another possession down. Brighton again. A 3, foul during the attack. We get a direct free kick. It is not a yellow card. So direct free kick. We roll off that chart. A cross finds the attacker. You're going to roll off the clear shot chart with a +1 bonus. So again, they get a +2 because of the goalkeeping. The clear shot, you have to roll. You got to get greater than a 9, basically, for a chance. We have an 8 plus 2 is 10. Star striker takes the shot. So the star striker is João Pedro. And we roll 2d6s. A 2 to 6 is a goal. 7 to 12 is a save. 7 to 12 is going to be a save. So Pedro with the clear shot. But nice save by the goaltender, the goalkeeper. And that preserves the 1-0 advantage for Brighton. Brighton with the ball again. A 7 is going to be a safe pass, so we move into the attacking third. This roll will be straight up. A 9 is a smart play, so we're going to roll off the penalty chart. A 6 from the penalty box is a shot off target, and it's going to lead to a corner kick. So roll off the corner kick chart. Dangerous chance. Clear shot chart with a +1 bonus. So we roll off the clear shot chart, and we actually have a +2 because of the goalkeeping. So a 5 plus 2 is 7. Great save made by the goalkeeper. And a 5 is the keeper holds. So we are going to return to midfield as it's another possession gone by. Still 1-0, Brighton getting some good looks at it. Fulham finally controls the ball. 5 is going to be a scrappy duel at midfield. 2 is that Fulham keeps possession, so we'll roll again from midfield. 7, safe pass into the attacking third with a -1 to this roll. So 6 minus 1 is 5, and that's going to be offside trap. And offside was a tight call, so the attack starts from midfield. We'll keep it with Fulham here. 9, smart play, and we're going to roll down from the penalty box. No attack or defense here. So a straight up roll from the penalty box. 7 is going to be a giveaway with a counter attack. So the defenders are going to roll from the penalty box. So this will be Brighton from the penalty box. A 7, a giveaway, and another counter attack back the other way as we're switching positions here. And a 3 from the penalty box chart is a shot saved. A 4 to 6 is a rebound. So we're going to roll from the penalty box. 7 is another giveaway, and we're coming back the other way. And a 12 from the penalty box. Perfect finish from close range, and that is a goal. So Brighton puts in its second goal of the first half. It's now 2-0, Brighton over Fulham. We have a 5 that goes to Brighton again. 4 is offside, so that counts. Excuse me, as a possession. Brighton again controls from midfield. 7 is going to be a safe pass. as they advance into the attacking third. 7 again, shot from distance. We're going to roll off the low chance chart. Again, the goalkeeping is a +1. So 4 becomes a 5, 5 on the low chance, shot deflected out of bounds. That's going to lead to a corner kick. So corner kick for Brighton. 5 on the corner kick. Keeper makes a save. We roll to see what else happens. Keeper makes a save. We're going to change possession, so we go back to midfield. So good save by the goalkeeper to keep it at 2-0. 11, and it is Brighton's ball. 11 is a fast break, so rolling off the attacking third with a +1 bonus. That means it's a +2 on this roll. They needed every bit of it. A 4 is a foul. Dangerous tackle near the box. They're going to get a direct free kick. It was no yellow card. So they'll get a direct free kick, and we got to roll for that. 5 on that chart is a wild shot. It misses the goal, and the defense starts from midfield. So they get a good look at it. Low chance, but a good look at it. Brighton again controls. 9 will be a clean build-up into the attacking third. We add 1 to this roll, so we have a 12. That's going to be a dribble move. Penalty on the defense. Penalty kick with a +1 is really going to be a +2. This was how they scored earlier. This game threatening to get away. A 10 + 2 is 12. 12 is going to be a goal. So another goal. And Brighton up 3-0 here in the first half. And they continue to get the possession at midfield. This is another fast break. So we roll with the +2 bonus now. That's another dribble move. Penalty on the defense again. And they're going to get a penalty kick with a +2. This is not going Fulham's way. 3 + 2 is 5. 5 is another goal. And just like that, is just stacking up here against Fulham. The goalkeeping is really killing them. And they can't seem to get any possessions on the midfield roll. So a 6 is going to be dispossessed. That will be a tackle with a fast counterattack. So Fulham gets a chance from the penalty box. The penalty box roll 3 is going to be a shot saved, but there's a rebound. We roll from the penalty box again. 6 is a shot off target, and a 4 is out of bounds. So possession switches. We just have 6 possessions left here in the first half. It's 4-0 Brighton over Fulham. Brighton again with the ball. It's going to be dispossessed, and that is a bad pass, so we'll go back to midfield. Brighton again with the ball. 6, dispossessed again. 4 is going to be another bad pass as it's stolen at midfield, and we'll start again. Here, Fulham gets a chance. 7 is going to be a safe pass. They move into the attacking third with a -1. So 8 - 1 is 7. That's going to be a shot from distance. We're going to roll off the low chance shot. Need a high roll here, but they don't get it. 5 is deflected out of bounds, and that'll lead to a corner. So let's see if we can make something happen on the corner kick. A 9 is going to be cleared to the corner again, and they earn a repeat corner. And a 6, shot is blocked, and the ball is cleared, and they start at midfield again. So a couple of good cracks at it there for Fulham. 3 possessions left here in the first half. Brighton with possession again. A 6 is going to be dispossessed, and that'll be a bad pass at midfield as they turn it over. 6 still with Brighton. A 9 is going to be a clean build-up as they move it into the attacking third. 9 + 1 is 10. 10 is a through pass, so we're going to roll off the penalty chart. 12 on the penalty box chart. Perfect finish from close range. That is going to be another goal as they put a 5th goal just before halftime up on the board. 5-0 Brighton over Fulham. A laugher at home for Fulham. 3 is going to be a foul during the attack. We get a direct free kick. It was not a yellow card. So a 7 is a cross, finds the attacker. We roll off the clear shot chart with a +1 bonus. So first good opportunity here in a while. 8 becomes 9. 9 on the clear shot is a great save made by the goalkeeper. And it's going to be a rebound plus a clear shot. So we'll roll again off the clear shot chart. A 10, the star striker takes a shot. 2 to 6 is going to be a goal. So this is Jimenez. And 8 is going to be a save. So Jimenez gets a shot at it. That's the last possession. And it is 5-0. As we head to the second half, Brighton is going to receive the ball first. And they'll have possession from midfield. An 8 is going to be midfield pressure. Re-roll with a -1 to the midfield roll. So 4 is offside, and that's going to be 1 possession down. Let's see if Fulham can make a play and come back here. 3 is going to be a foul during the attack. We get a direct free kick. 2 is no yellow card. So on the free kick, we get a 10. Recycle to midfield. That is going to be a clean recycle, and we're going to restart from midfield. We'll call that a possession since it's going back to midfield. 7, safe pass, move into the attacking third with a -1, so this roll is straight up because they had an attack of 1. 7 is going to be a shot from distance. We look on the low chance chart. 4 on a low chance, shot blocked by a defender, and the defense is going to start back at midfield. That will count as a possession. Brighton again with the rock, and this is a scrappy duel. They're going to lose possession, and the defense starts at midfield. And Brighton continues to control this game at the midfield. Safe pass into the attacking third. The -1 negates the attack, so this should just be a straight up roll. A through pass to the penalty chart, or the penalty box, and shot off target, and it looks like it is out of bounds, and that will go back to the midfield. Brighton again. The ball is dispossessed. That's going to be a bad pass, so that'll count as a possession. Fulham hasn't given up yet. They're down 5-0, but still playing defense. A 12 at the midfield through ball. Roll for a clear shot off the clear shot chart, so they get a shot here. And let's see what they can do. A 5 is going to be the shot ricochets out of bounds off a defender, and that's going to lead to a corner. So a 2 on the corner is a retake. Referee calls for a corner kick again. An 8 shot is caught by the goalkeeper, and we restart at midfield. So Fulham having a few chances, but not as many as they would hope for. They get another chance here at midfield, but it's going to lead to an offside. So we are at 14 possessions left in this one. 5-0 is our score. Fulham with the ball. 2 is a turnover with a counterattack. The defender rolls from the penalty box. A 6 is a shot off target, and it is cleared, and the possession switches. We get a 3. 3 is a foul during the attack. Direct free kick. No yellow card. A 9 is an offside. The attackers lose possession. The defense starts at midfield. 12 possessions left in this one. It'll be Fulham with the ball. 11 is pretty good. Fast break. Roll off the attacking third with a +1 bonus. 8 becomes 9. Smart play. And we're going to roll off the penalty box chart. 6 is a shot off target, and that's going to be out of bounds. And that will be a change of possession. Out of the midfield battle, it's Brighton that comes out with it. 6. The ball is dispossessed, but this is going to be a tackle with a fast counterattack. So the defense immediately comes down, and we're going to roll off the penalty box chart. A 2 is a shot on target. This is a roll off the low chance chart. 4 is a block shot by the defender, and we will start at midfield. So Brighton again with the ball. 5 is a scrappy duel, and they will keep possession at midfield. And 11 is a fast break, so they go to the attacking third with a +1 bonus. So that is +2 on this roll. 6 becomes 8. 8 is a wing cross. 1 to 2, the ball will be intercepted. 3 to 6, the cross is successful. It's a 4, and it's going to be successful. And so that means that we are going to roll off the penalty box chart. 8 is a one-on-one shot with a close chance. +1 bonus on the clear shot. It'll actually be +2 because of the goalkeeping. So clear shot, we get a +2. A 7 becomes a 9. That's a great save made by the goalkeeper. And a 5 will be the keeper holding. And so we go back to midfield. Dangerous play there. They had a one-on-one right in the penalty box. And great play by the goalkeeper. Fulham with the ball. 5 is a scrappy duel, and that's going to stay here. They keep possession. 6, the ball is dispossessed, and that's just a bad pass. Results in a turnover. We have 8 possessions left in this one. Fulham has to score on almost all of them, so we'll see how they do. They're not going to do well here. This is a turnover with a counterattack. So Brighton immediately rushes down the field. We're going to roll out of the penalty box. 10 is going to be a corner kick. So corner kick for Brighton. 5, goalkeeper makes the save, and that's going to lead to a rebound, and we're going to roll from the penalty box. 7 is a giveaway and a counterattack. So immediately back the other way comes Fulham. From the penalty box themselves, a 6 is a shot off target, and that's going to go out of bounds as possession comes back to the midfield. Just 7 possessions left in this one. Brighton with the ball again. A 3 is a foul during the attack, so they're going to get a free kick. Was it a yellow card? Nope. 4 on the free kick is a shot blocked, and the defense starts at the midfield. So good defense there from Fulham. Fulham, just had a really rough first half here. So they've been playing better in the second, but still not getting any, not a lot of great scoring opportunities. They've had a few. 7, that's a safe pass into the attacking third. This will be with a -1. So 9 becomes 8. 8 is a wing cross. 1 to 2 is intercepted, and it is intercepted, and we will go back to midfield. So 5 possessions left in this one. Good defense there by Brighton. One thing that was suggested would be an optional play. You could trade 3 of these midfield battle points to get a +1 or a -1 on your defense. So you could go down. Brighton could go down to a 3. That way they'd be at a 3 deficit at the midfield battle, but they would add a -1 in the penalty box roll. So you trade the midfield for the penalty box. So just an option, possible option. All right, Fulham with the ball. A 9 is going to be a clean build-up. They move into the attacking third. A 9 again. That's a smart play. They're going to roll into the penalty box. Penalty box goal. Goalkeeper leaves his feet to make the save. Let's see what happens here on the save. A 7, or sorry, it's going to be a 4. We just roll 1. A 4 is a rebound plus a clear shot. So let's take our clear shot. An 8 is a great save. Another great save made by the goalkeeper as he recovers. We get another rebound, another clear shot. 7 is another save. And a 4 is going to be that the keeper holds. So insanity in front of the goal. But Brighton holds. And they're going to get the ball at midfield. 11 is going to be a fast break into the attacking third with a +2 bonus now. 7 becomes 9. And that will be a smart play as we roll off the penalty box chart. A 9 from there is a volley / header. So we're going to get a header. That's a clear shot with a +1 bonus. It'll be +2 because of the goalkeeping. So off the clear shot chart with a +2 bonus, 7 becomes 9. Great save by the goalkeeper. 5, the keeper holds. So he's able to hold on to it. We have just 3 possessions left in this one. 6 goes to Brighton again. 8 will be midfield pressure with a -1 to this roll. So a 6. The ball is dispossessed. That's going to be a bad pass. So good pressure from Fulham at midfield. They're going to get the ball out of the midfield. This is midfield pressure with a -1 to this roll. Becomes a 7. Safe pass into the attacking third with a -1 roll. So 6 becomes a 5. 5 is offensive trap and indirect free kick. The defense starts at midfield. So we'll do the indirect free kick. That's a possession. We just have one possession left in this one. A 10 on the indirect free kick is a switch play. They keep possession and roll from midfield, and that's basically all she wrote. So neither team scores in the second half, and the final is 5-0 Brighton over Fulham, as Brighton got some penalty kicks and some easier shots early on. So this is another Premier League 2024 Premier League matchup. You can see that the +1 goalkeeping doesn't seem like a lot, but it can be a killer, especially if they're already getting some +1s. So yeah, that's it. These are the new cards. We have the entire Premier League set out here. You can see Arsenal there, Liverpool, Manchester U, Newcastle. So, and everybody has a star striker. So whenever the star striker comes up, which it did come up a couple times, then you roll to see if that star striker, who should have a better opportunity to score, makes the play. So he has a marginally better opportunity to score than the rest of the team. And that's kind of a star aspect, or a star player aspect in there. These are just the highest rated, or the players with the largest number of goals, the highest number of goals from the season. All right, if you want to play this game, you can send me an email to clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. I think it feels pretty good. I'm going to release a beta pretty soon. I have to finish up the rule book. Some of these things I'm doing here today I haven't put into the rule book, so I need to do that. Get everything in here that comes off the cards, all the plays. So everything you see here is finished as far as components are concerned, but I just need to finish up the rule book. So once I get that finished, I will create a logo, spiffy everything up, and then I'll release some of these teams for the 2024 Premier League. I'll release maybe a handful of teams, top 6 or something like that, and you'll be able to just download the demo from clarkandaddisongaming.com and be able to play that demo. And that'll be sort of a beta version where I'll announce it out, everybody can play, And if there's any final thoughts or ideas about that, I think some of my playtesters, I'm not hearing much back anymore. So I think they're sort of happy with where it is, and I feel good about where it is. It feels to me like it still keeps a lot of the flow of the game. We are at 30 minutes right now, so the game probably takes 15 to 20 minutes to play, which is, I think, pretty good for a soccer game, if I understand. And you get a ton of detail in the game, stuff that's happening all the time, and it doesn't require a million rolls. Again, playing with 20 possessions feels pretty good. If you wanted a faster game, you could play with 10 possessions each half, or you can modify this any way you want to if you want a longer game. But I think you'll find that if it's a longer game, you may not get a lot of extra payoff from that. So 20 seems to be a sweet spot. This obviously, Brighton was a little bit better than Fulham. They scored 61 points. They had a lot more goals. Fulham only 53 goals. Brighton 64. Brighton was 16, 13, and 9, 15, 9, and 14. So obviously Brighton a little bit better team overall. So this wound up probably the way it should have gone. Maybe a little bit more of a blowout, but they had a couple of penalty kicks, which is just, you're rolling a 12 a couple of times, and that's just, not normal. So it is going to happen that you're going to get one team steamrolling the other like this at times, and that's just kind of how it is. The other homebrew rule that I thought about was, regardless where you wind up here on the last possession, the home team should have the last possession. Just gives them that one extra chance, especially if they're tied or down one, that one extra chance to get a goal. And so that would be kind of a home field advantage for the home team. I need to work on a proper score sheet in some sort of way, and we'll see what we can do with that. I'll have to look and just see what's kind of out there and how people do that as far as scoring is concerned. This feels good to me in terms of like a layout, just kind of a quick little thing to write down. If you don't need a score sheet, just let me know. That'd be one less thing I have to create. But I think it's always nice to just have a printable score sheet, just in case you don't know quite how to keep score or anything. Yeah, I think that is it for this game. Continue to be on the lookout for AIG hockey, tennis, golf. I need to create more courses for the golf game. This game, AIG Soccer, you can buy more. Actually, it's in production now, so you can purchase AIG Basketball. So I'll be releasing more seasons there. Up-tempo basketball, I'm coming out with 2024. I also am working on a physical card product for up-tempo basketball. I picked 95-96. That's the Bulls' 72 win year. And there'll be like square cards like this, 3.5 by 3.5. And then I'll also have the scoring runs cards in there as well. And you'll be able to just have that entire season in a box. You'll play off of all of those cards. So you just kind of put the cards next to each other and play off of them, just like you would the PDF version. The PDF version, all you need really is the 2 team cards with all the players, and these square cards will have all the players as well. And then you just need a score sheet to keep track. So, and if you use and the dice, I'm going to add the dice in with the game, so it'll be 2 D10s that you need, and I'll add those in, a black and white D10. And then once you could also play with the online dice roller, which that application is really cool because it keeps time for you and does all that kind of stuff. So I guess you need a timer in some way. But the online dice roller rolls the dice, all the dice you need. It keeps time, and without having to roll anything, it's quiet as well. So there's a few options there for up-tempo basketball. And it might be another month or two before we could get that back as a proof from the printer, and just to make sure that everything looks okay. But right now it looks super sharp. you have all the same information that's on the sort of the long cards that we have now for the PDF. All that information has just been reconfigured into a box, into a square, and all the players are on there. So the top 10 players for each team are still on there with all their shooting percentages and all that kind of stuff. So the game will play exactly the same. It'll just be a physical card set. And the cards are going to be super duper nice. This is not card stock. This is like Hoyle playing cards, bicycle playing cards, and Magic the Gathering. Like, this is high quality cards. And they'll have a special UV coating, which should protect them for a longer period of time, both from handling, getting dirt and smudges and things like that, and sort of sliding over one another. So it's just an extra protective coating that you can get on the cards. They will be full color, so you're going to get the team colors on there, and I think they're going to look super sharp. So can't wait for that. But again, that's probably 6 weeks down the line to 2 months, something like that. So maybe about the time we're ramping up for the next NBA season, we'll be coming out with that. It's a little bit labor intensive, and I'll have to find out a way to change that. But the first set is always the hard one, and then you figure out a way to ramp up production a little bit. All right, so that is all she wrote for this game. 5-0 is the score. Brighton over Fulham. Fulham drops a tough one at home. And Brighton, with 5 goals in the first half, basically put this one away and became a defensive match in the second half. If you are interested, again, in playing this game, you can email me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. All right, check out other stuff on this channel. Click thumbs up if you like the video. If you want to subscribe and get notified of new videos, click on subscribe. We are up to almost 400. We need 2 more, and we'll be at 400. That'll put us 40% of the way to the 1,000 goal. But super thankful for everyone. The next goal really is 400, and then the next goal after that will be 450. And so more and more people getting on the bandwagon here and getting notified of new games as they come out. I teased AIG Lacrosse yesterday, which is going to use a very similar game engine. It's a little bit of a mixture of this game and the AIG hockey, but it's going to play very similarly, where you're playing different zones. I think there it's just really midfield and offensive zone, but a ton of different kinds of shots and kind of some cool specialty shots and some different things like that. So I'm not totally familiar with lacrosse, although I've watched it. I understand the game at its most basic level, but I hope to learn more about it through this production process of creating AIG Lacrosse. And I've had the question about outdoor, indoor, pro or college. You tell me. I don't really know. I know that college lacrosse is huge. I know that professional lacrosse is probably huge up in the Northeast. I'm not from there, and I don't live there now, so lacrosse is not like a huge part of my life, although I know a lot of people here in Chicago do play lacrosse, a lot of high schools. But it's not been a huge part of my life. That's not an area of the country that I'm really from. So I'm going to need a lot more help with terminology and with understanding the game a little bit more. This is more realistic, or this wouldn't really happen that much. You can't trust the AI to know everything. So sometimes it gives me results that are overinflated, underinflated. Sometimes things just wouldn't happen that way, and so you got to kind of like really nudge it and push it to go and look, and not just guess at what would happen. So a little bit of collaboration there with the AI, and I really need a lot of collaboration with human testers to test the game, play the game, say, hey, this doesn't feel right, this feels like there's too many. You're going to have to start hitting like 10 to 15 goals a game and 50% shooting percentages. So it's going to be a scoring game. It's not hockey and it's not soccer, where most games are pretty low scoring. So we got to just test it and play it and get it out and get it in the hands of people who know lacrosse a little bit more. So be looking for that on the channel pretty soon. We got baseball. I've teased football before, AIG football. And that's kind of a cool thing. I was looking the other day and just asking AI, like this system that we have that we're working with AIG Hockey and now Soccer, what other sports can that work with? Lacrosse was one that it came up with. Rugby is one. Basketball was one. So there might be a way to do it this way with basketball. Although AIG basketball is perfectly great and flows really well, and you can get any season from 1970 to today. And there was another one. Oh, it had said football, but I think we've already fleshed that out, what that would be. It would basically be moving down the field, and then you have some decisions to make when you get into the red zone. The game plays super quick. You can see it here on the channel. I played one game of that, at least one game, if not more. But you can check that out. That was about a month ago or so. So lots of different stuff coming down, the tennis, the golf, etc. All right. I think that is it from here. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I hope you have a great start to your weekend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.